Hey guys, it's Chris and welcome back to another Game of Thrones Season 8 video, and today I wanted to go over these Episode 2 preview photos they released. I didn't even realize they released these for about a day or two. So anyway, let's get to it and jump right in and see what's going on in Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 2. But first, let me thank my newest Patreons. Thank you to Cal Jojo. Thank you to Linnea for upgrading. And thank you to Joe Blink as well. Really appreciate the support. You guys keep this channel going. Alright, first up we have Bran sitting in front of the weirwood tree. And I think here he may be actually in a vision. Maybe he's actually looking to the past after Sam found something in one of those damn books he stole. So I think we'll see this shot here. The camera will likely pan around and we'll see his white eyes in warg mode. So I think we're going to definitely see visions in this episode about the long night. In the next shot we see Bran as well, and he's sitting at a fireplace. So finally Maester Walken has kind of rolled him inside, apparently out of the cold, because it looks like in the last episode they forgot him and left him out there all damn night waiting for an old friend, being Jaime Lannister. So we have a lot of picks with this episode as far as Bran and Sam, so maybe this does confirm they will have a conversation. Maybe this is the conversation where Sam actually points him to look somewhere in the past and finally use those damn books he stole from the Citadel. And next a shot of Dany here in the darker dress as we saw in the trailers. And I think Dany here may be having a conversation with Sansa, at least I hope so, to establish some sort of mutual respect. And Sansa may actually ask Dany here the same thing that she asked Jon about their relationship perhaps, where Dany will probably say, "I do love your brother," but Sansa might think she's kind of like Cersei using her most powerful weapon, and no, I'm not talking about her tears. And next we see Dany with Jorah and Varys as well, and it looks like they're probably in on the battle plan as we see later on with Jon as they discuss what to do as the Night King approaches. So I do think they already know at this point the Night King is close and the last hearth has fallen. And then we see Davos eating some stew here, maybe some rabbit stew, who knows. Looks like Winterfell got some hot pie catering done apparently, because we see a lot of other people eating in these shots. And again, with all these shots of people hanging out at Winterfell eating, maybe it kind of represents them finally coming together as family. So this is essentially showing the build up and likely the calm before the storm. In our next shot we see Sam, Gilly, and Little Sam here in the bed, probably the last night before the battle, probably talking about the future or lack thereof. Maybe Sam is actually thanking her for learning to read and giving her some credit for the Prince Rhaegar reveal. Or even perhaps maybe she's read something else and telling Sam here, and that's what triggers him to go have a conversation with Bran in front of the fireplace, which leads to Bran getting wheeled out to the weirwood tree to look into the past and find out what the hell's going on about the first long night. We also see another shot here of Gilly. She does seem to at least have a role in episode 2, as we did not see her in episode 1, and it looks like she's at Hot Pie's dinner party as well. Then we have Grey Worm and Missandei having likely one of their last talks here. I know there was a shot in the trailer where we do see them have a last kiss at night before they go to battle. And this seems to go along with the theme about everybody hanging around Winterfell, bored and talking and waiting on death to march on them literally. So they're really setting us up for heartbreak here. And next we have Jaime, and he has walked into the proverbial lion's den. He is essentially on trial here. We have wolves behind him and dragons in front of him that all want blood. So this will definitely be in the main hall where Dany is putting him on trial for killing her father. But I do think he will be set free and allowed to fight, because he will be backed up by Bran and Brienne for that matter. Bran will essentially say it had to happen. He had to push me out the window for me to become the Three-Eyed Raven. And Brienne will stand up in a test for the things he's done and his pledge to the Stark sisters and supporting Brienne in that venture as well. And I guarantee you in this episode we will hear the line from episode 1 of season 1, "The things I do for love." And he would likely be called the Kingslayer by Dany and other people, and Brienne will come back and say, no, his name is Jaime. And next we have Jon and Arya looking at battle plans. It looks like they're looking down at something, so I'm assuming this is battle plans. Really cool here to see Arya and Jon working together for the first time in a battle situation. So at this point, as I said earlier, they've likely heard that the last hearth has fallen and the Walking Dead are close. Next shot we have Sam and Jon. Looks like this is probably the same scene where they're all around the table looking at battle plans. Perhaps he's relaying some information to Jon that he and Bran found, because it does look like he is waiting on a response from Jon on something that he just told him. And next we have little Lyanna Mormont dressed in armor. She'll go down fighting. We do all love Lyanna Mormont, and her stare would likely kill the Night King alone, but this northern aggression is getting kind of old. Time to play. Next we have Sansa enjoying Hot Pie's catering. I mean, seriously, everyone is eating in these shots. But again, this likely represents everyone finally coming together a little bit as a family before they all die. But at least Hot Pie does not give up on the gravy. And last but not least, we have Tyrion in front of a fire here, drinking as usual, hopefully talking to Bran here. I want him to have a conversation with Bran and maybe explain that weird stare that we saw last episode with Bran looking up at Tyrion on the balcony. Bran should remember, though, that Tyrion did help him with the saddle, and he has a soft spot in his heart for cripples, bastards, and broken things. Or maybe he's telling that joke again and gets interrupted. Anyway, guys, that's it for the picture for episode 2. We are only about 24 hours away from Game of Thrones Season 8, episode 2. So let me know what you think in the comments below. And as usual, thank you for all the support, especially to you guys on Patreon. And a huge shout out to my executive Patreon SmokeScreen producers. And as usual, if you dig what I do here, please give these videos a like, comment, and share. And of course, be sure to subscribe to get everything and click that notification bell so you're notified when I drop a new video. So we'll see you Sunday on the live stream right after the show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.